Anime Detour, Mark here. I'm here with Dox, who's going to be performing later tonight at Anime Detour. Obviously, like I said, that's been sick. Thank you so much. And we're just going to take a couple minutes and kind of talk about how you got into DJing, kind of the persona that Dox is, kind of the story, story behind that. And then we'll kind of talk about your career and anything that we can like plug, events, stuff that you go to, where people can follow you, socials, and all that kind of stuff. So, first thing first, we'll kick it off. How did like DJing, like how did you get yourself into this as a career?
Well, it actually started with cyberpunk, the genre itself, like Blade Runner, and then bleeding into like Cyberpunk 2077. So I started DJing about a year ago, year and a half, and I started producing my music about 10 months ago. And the cyberpunk genre in general is something I've always loved. And I feel like there isn't like a whole lot of coverage on it. Thankfully, Cyberpunk 2077.
Missed opportunity.
No, exactly. So I thought it would be awesome to have some more outlet towards it. And since I'm so passionate about it, and I love like dubstep and music and a lot of grungy sounds, it would work out. And ever since then, when I started DJing, I got my first mixer about 2 years ago, and I started working on that. And after that, it just kind of skyrocketed in my love for the genre. And then I found out that you can make your own music. I was like,
Kind of how you want it to sound, and like how hard is it for you? Like you said, like 2 years is like you're kind of hitting the ground, like running, like full throttle. How hard is it to go from like being just like a fan of the music itself to trying to produce that same sound like with your own music?
excellent question. It wasn't easy. It was something that took a lot of time, and actually, when it comes to my own music, I started making everything about 9, 10 months ago, and I didn't start releasing it until about a month ago. So it's been a project for a long time. And when it comes to like making my own sound, to be honest, you just kind of do it on the fly. It's one of those things that when you start making a track, you might start with the lyrics, or you might have like a beat you're making, maybe you hear like this sound. It could be something falling, and you're like, that guy sound kind of good. So you kind of experiment, and I wanted something that tailored towards that cyberpunk genre.
Look, what's like a typical, like if you're starting from like you said like a sound or like an idea, what's like a general timeline for from concept to I have a song that I could play on my set that I got coming up?
Oh, perfect. Yeah, so when it comes to making like music and playing it out, it just kind of depends on the vibe, kind of where you're going. But when it comes to making it and then playing it, it's a little bit of a longer process. Sometimes it's shorter. It just depends on the kind of the sound you're trying to capture. And for me, luckily, there's a lot of wiggle room with cyberpunk. There's a lot of sounds you can make. You can do like some metal sounds. You do like some grungy, growly synths or dubstep. So when it comes to those sounds, I just wanted to capture that dark club, that really grungy, like dystopian sound, and that's how I would incorporate it into my sets and kind of theme it around that.
Yeah, I know when we posted that you were going to be attending, we had a lot of people that were pretty excited that you were going to be here. So what's the future for Docs? Like what's kind of like I want to do this. Like I would love to perform here. Like let's pretend that I'm a magical genie and I can get you in anywhere. Where's like the ultimate destination for me?
To be honest, my ultimate destination is probably having a nightclub of my own, or performing at one that has a lot of that similar theme. Like I think the dark club atmosphere isn't something you see a whole lot. And I think being able to perform and get that vibe, where it's just a really like dimly lit area, you got those really dark basses. But performing really is something I'm passionate about, because I just love to share the genre with everyone.
Right. Yeah. And like I love kind of like what you're saying. Like it's a genre where there's not as much kind of like behind it. So being able to kind of put like a voice to the music, so to speak, is like, like I said, that drives the passion. And like the more passionate you are, it's a lot easier when you're spending hours and hours grinding on a song or a sound and trying to tweak it their way because you want it to get that perfect kind of idea that you have in your head. Obviously, I know you're performing at Anime Detour this year, and hopefully, we can for future people we can keep getting you back year after year. Are there any future like where can people kind of follow like, hey, Docs is going to be performing at blank, like social media, website, kind of stuff like that?
Yeah, of course. So my biggest things are I'm actually on all platforms now. I just got a distributor that was able to get me on Spotify, YouTube, Amazon Music. But the biggest place to look, Instagram and YouTube. Instagram and YouTube are both the same tagline. I go by Dox. And then if you wanted to look up like my album I made, it's called Dox Cyber Psychos.
Okay,
And
and we'll purchase it from there, or are people able to like can they purchase the album, or where do you kind of have that
Right,
located at?
sure can. On Amazon Music, iTunes, pretty much any platform you can think of. If you have Spotify, even YouTube, YouTube Music, you got all those platforms that have the albums available, and even some other singles, SoundCloud as well. To go to the Instagram in the bio, they have a link tree that kind of takes you to all those links.
Right, yeah. I think it's pretty great. Like he said, he's got a lot of different stuff that you can purchase. Please purchase it. Dude's music is pretty sick, and like you said, we're trying to focus on a genre that doesn't have a lot behind it. So as we all know, as like nerds and geeks, the more we can get behind something that doesn't have a lot behind it, then we can make a lot of cool, crazy stuff happen. So please support this man. Go check out his stuff. Check out all the socials. Sub to the YouTube. Purchase all the music. Purchase it twice. I mean, come on, you might as well have it on multiple platforms. And if you're at a future detour and you see this man on the show, check out for the mask alone. I mean, that's worthy checking out right there in itself. Any final message you want to kind of pass along to people that are watching?
I really hope that you guys take the opportunity to enjoy yourselves. Whether you listen to music or not, cyberpunk is an awesome genre. I welcome everyone to explore, no matter who you are. The futuristic, the dark vibes is such a passionate thing I'm about. So even if you don't listen to music, get into cyberpunk. It's an amazing genre.
And there you have it. And we will see you next time. Thank you again.